and you are watching Cambridge Community Television.
Yes, this is triumph when I'm in Cambridge and I have nothing better to do. I mean, really nothing better to do. I watch Cambridge Community Television and I curse God for not giving me Spectrovision instead.
Hi, I'm Governor Jesse Ventura, and I watch Cambridge Community Television all the time. It's so entertaining.
I'm Jesse Jackson. When I'm in Cambridge or in the greater Boston area, I always watch Cambridge Community Television.
Hi, I'm Julia Alvarez, also known as Julia Alvarez, and when I'm in Cambridge, I watch Cambridge.
Find a cure for my life, find a cure for my life, find a cure for my life, find a cure for my life. Oh my God, oh, you think I'm in control? Oh my God, oh, you think it's all for fun? Oh my God, oh, you think I'm in control? Oh my God, oh, you think it's all for fun? Pin a smile on my face, 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 put a prize on my soul, put a prize on my soul, put a prize on my soul, put a prize on my soul. Oh my God, oh, you think I'm in control? Oh my God, oh, you think it's all for fun? Oh my God, oh, you think I'm in control? Oh my God, oh, you think it's all for fun? Find a cure for my life, find a cure for my life, find a cure for my life, find a cure for my life. Find a cure for my life, find a cure for my life. Put a prize on my soul, put a prize on my soul. Build a wall, build a fortress around my heart. Oh my God, oh, you think I'm in control? Oh my God, oh, you think it's all for fun? Oh my God, oh, you think I'm in control? Oh my God, oh, you think it's all for fun? It's just fun for you. Oh my God, oh, you think I'm in control? Oh my God, oh, you think it's all for fun? Oh my God.
Oh my God, everyone. That was Ida Maria of Oh My God. Hi, this is How Soon Is Now, a half hour where we talk about the great and not so great aspects of life and everything in between. My name is Alan. I am the host of this show. I've been the host for 5 weeks and I'm still here. So, you know, our overlords at Comcast can relax. But tonight, so last week we had photographer Anthony Pera on the show, and it was great if you saw it. It's a very special episode. But me and Anthony, we forgot to mention his website, and his website is anthonypira.com, and that's Anthony Pira. If you check it out, he does wedding photos, he does family photos. He pretty much will photograph you doing anything that you pay him to do. So definitely check him out. So tonight, you know, Cambridge, when I do this show, I feel like we have a close relationship and that we're confidants and friends. And I wanna get some advice for you guys out there. Last week, I hung out with a friend of mine from college, and we went to go see a show, and it was great. And she mentioned to me that on occasion she likes to do LSD, which the kids call acid. on the street, and she said that yeah, she does it with her friends. Either they'll go to like a friend's house, or they'll go to the beach or the woods and do it. And you know, I'm just a city boy from Cambridge. I've never done anything like that, any psychedelics. But she was like, "Hey, Alan, you know, you gotta try this. It expands your mind. You see different colors. It makes your senses grow." And you know, like, I consider myself to be a fairly open-minded person. My history of drugs isn't that great, isn't that extensive. When I was in 6th grade, I got dared to smoke a pine cone, and I felt really lightheaded. But other than that, I don't think I felt any like effects. So Cambridge, I know this is Cambridge. I know you guys must have some type of expertise on this. So tonight, we are going to do a little thing called Should Alan Drop Acid? And right here, I have, you know, my 60s flower power, groovy man, radical. And we want to take some calls and the positives or negatives of dropping LSD. So right here, I have yay for yes. If someone calls in, I will put in a yes and tally it, and nay for no. So if you tell me, you know, I shouldn't do this, then I will put down no. So at the end of the night, we will tally up the votes and see whether or not I will drop acid. So call in. The number is 617-876-0055. I'd love to get your opinion. If you have any experiences with LSD yourself, if you know a friend that's done it before, definitely call in. If you have any stories, good or bad, just let me know. I'd love to hear from you. Once again, the number is 617-876-0055. So while we wait for some phone calls, I'm going to play another video. This is from an artist named Sufjan Stevens. He's pretty popular. Made a lot of songs made a lot of albums about the Midwest. I think this one is from an album called Illinois, and this is a song called Chicago. Check it out.
Go, drove to Chicago. All things know, we sold our clothes to the state. I don't mind, I made a lot of mistakes in my mind, You came to take us, all things go. Slept in parking lots. I don't mind. I was in love with the place. In my mind, I made a lot of mistakes. In my mind, you came to take.
All right, that was Chicago, and we have a caller. Hello, you're on the air with Alan.
Hi, Mr. Verley. This is your godmother here. What is this I hear? You're going to be doing acid.
So for everyone at home, this is my Aunt Nancy, who's been kind enough to call in the show. Nancy, I'm not saying I'm going to do acid. I'm just thinking about it, you know, trying to be open-minded. So what are your thoughts on it? Have you done acid before?
No, I don't even smoke cigarettes, sweetheart.
Okay, well, that's good. That's good. I would say acid's a little different from cigarettes.
Okay.
Because cigarettes are extremely harmful.
Okay, so what's the difference? Is acid, is it a liquid or is it something you smoke? What's the difference?
Okay, so from what I understand, it's like a tablet that you put on your tongue, and then you just relax, and then you see different colors and new shapes and stuff. So, like I said, I've never done it before. I've never done it before. I still want a Christmas present this year, so don't.
Well, I hope you don't. If you wanna be relaxed, you can drink a glass of chamomile tea.
Chamomile tea?
Yes.
Okay. What if I dropped acid in the chamomile tea? Would that be okay?
No, you'll be better off just the chamomile tea by itself.
Okay. So I'm gonna put you down as a nay.
Yes, please.
All right.
All right. Have a great show, sweetheart.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Bye.
Okay. So my aunt just called. That really happened. Anybody else want to call in? Let me know how they feel about LSD, psychedelics. Maybe while we're waiting, we could Wikipedia what LSD is, because I'm sure a lot of you, like myself out there, don't know what it is. Let's check it out. So, according to Wikipedia, LSD stands for lysergic acid LSD. So LSD stands for LSD, and it's abbreviated as LSD or LSD-25, is and colloquially known as acid. All right. So these are the little molecules, I suppose, that the acid is comprised of, and this is a long list. Let's see, effects, physical, psychological, sensory, potential uses. Okay, so LSD is used in the treatment of alcoholism. Oh, that's interesting, I never heard of that. And pain and cluster headache relief. So it kind of sounds like it's like Advil, like maybe like a lesser version of Advil, I don't know. It sounds like really good advertising for LSD. What else can we find? Spiritual. Okay, so there's a spiritual section. LSD is considered a entheogen because it can catalyze intense spiritual experiences, during which users may feel they have come into contact with a greater spiritual or cosmic order. Wow. That does sound interesting. I don't know. A spiritual cosmic order. So I obviously want to get more opinions about LSD. Right now I have one nay from my aunt, so I don't know if that really counts or not. But while we wait, I'm gonna play another music video. This one is from a band called Doves. The name of the song is called Snowden, and I don't know if it has anything to do with the guy who recently got caught for snitching about the NSA. It might be about him. I think that'd be really cool if it was. Maybe it's like a tribute to him. But anyway, this is the Doves with Snowden. Check it out. steal their music immediately. So yeah, we're talking about me thinking about taking the plunge into psychedelic drugs, and so far we have a nay who just started watching the show. My aunt called in to express her disapproval of me taking acid, which I suppose I understand, but you know, we'll see. So while we have time, why don't we? So I've never done acid before, but I've heard certain things about it, and this guy named Timothy Leary, who I guess was like really famous in the 60s for being like a psychedelic drug advocate and pioneer. So let's just go on YouTube. Let's check out Mr. Leary if he has any interviews or something. Can totally do that. Let's see. Timothy Leary. Let's choose something pretty brief. All right, so this is Timothy Leary talking about LSD and his philosophy on LSD and acid. Let's check this out. Okay, so it looks like it's taken some time to work, but keep in mind this footage is probably over 40 years old at this point. So let's see if there's another one. Timothy Leary debates Christian ministers, maybe. Oh yes, there's a guy named Richard Alpert talking about LSD. Let's see if this one works.
We are living in, and many of us in this room are part of, an epidemic. An epidemic with as yet unknown causes, and I think as yet unknown effects. Physicians, patients, physicians themselves, experimenters are no longer the major using group. Nowadays, what do you think? 1%, 2% of the use of the drug is licit and experimental in a medical setting or a university setting. Was it 99% or 99.9% where we find the use occurring on the streets and in the parlors, on the beaches, and many become less and less interested in what you and I might call the problems or affairs of the real world outside.
Sorry, Richard, we have a phone call. Hello, you're on the air with Alan.